All right, let me ask you. Let me ask you a rather straightforward question. Okay, when you look at my face, when you look at all these tattoos and this face and the person that I am, do you think I was given proper upbringing? Do you think I was given proper guidance? Do you think I had good parents? I had a loving family. I had a family that had values, that had intelligence, that had a good foundation. Or when you see someone like me with tattoos and all this, does your mind immediately agree that either this guy is not mentally stable, or he must have had a very bad childhood, or his parents must have been ignorant, or he never received love, or he's emotionally or mentally unstable? Which one do you think you would mostly believe? The answer is very simple. If I was raised in a family filled with love, filled with maturity, guidance, proper values, proper upbringing, a good home, I would not be like this. I mean, is this normal? This, what you see, is this normal? No, it's not at all normal. So that is why when people tell me, oh, I feel you have mental issues or emotional issues, or you must have been raised in a broken family, they are absolutely right, because this, what you see, is not normal. Okay. And why am I bringing this up? Because today, when you look around, no, when you look around and you see people, if a person's good, well behaved, well dressed, well educated, good career, stable, well mannered, nice individual, that means his family, the principles of the family, the values, everything was nice. He was he was born and raised in a family filled with love. But on the other hand, if you have an individual who's like a gangster, dresses up, like these American guys with their trousers half the way down, and there is a guy who, dresses up like a girl, or a girl who dresses up like a guy, or someone who uses profanity, bad words, disrespects women, disrespects men, is a rebel, is seeking attention, that means there is something missing in his life. So, by default, you have to agree that for a man or a woman, having the right set of parents can either make you or break you, can either decide your future for a good future or a bad future. And this statement is, more real, and no more like you can't argue with it, especially where Indians are concerned. Today, Indians, me being an Indian passport holder, having Indian friends, gone to an Indian school with CBSE education, born and raised in a traditionalistic Indian household. I know so many Indians. My clients are Indians. The people in my WhatsApp groups are majority Indians. And today, anywhere in the world you go, there are Indians because of the 1.4 billion population. And either the good name or the bad name, the good reputation or the bad reputation of Indians comes down to the roots. And the roots are their upbringing, the father and the mother, the parents. That is why whenever I chat with any young man or young woman or any individual, you can clearly make out if the person has had proper upbringing. And I'm sorry to say, the reality is, majority, let's take the Pareto principle, the majority, 80%, that is nearly 1 billion, okay, out of 1.4 billion, 1 billion have had either average parents, or bad parents, or really truly ugly, horrendous parents, or non-existent parents. Now, in this video, what I'm going to do is give you the 17 types of Indian parents and how they influence the character or the behavior of our Indians. And I just want to give one small exception. If in case you have been born and raised with good parents, with a father that loves you, a mother that loves you, that spends time with you. I'm not saying is rich enough to give you everything in the world, but they do their best for you. Then you might not relate to this list, but I can definitely challenge you, and I can assure you, majority of you will agree with my list. So I'll go through the list of the types of Indian parents and Indian parenting styles, and I'll I'll just let you know what are my thoughts. Feel free to let me know your thoughts as well, and towards the end, maybe we'll form a conclusion as to what's next. So, in no particular order, these are the 17 different types of parents. Okay, let's quickly go through the list. Number one is the controlling parents. The controlling parents, they want to control your life, they want to control your career, they want to control what you do with your money, where you spend, which car you drive, who are your friends, whom do you date. So, the controlling parent types. Second one, the overly protective parents. Have you ever had a 30 or 40-year-old guy, but instead of him asking for a job or something, his mother and father, or especially his father, calls on his behalf, my son is very smart, he's very intelligent. Can you guide him? Can you make his CV? Can you, introduce him to the right? He's a very nice boy. I've seriously, even 45-year-old, I've had the guy's parents come to me and say, please, can you guide my son? I begin to ask them, why doesn't your son do it himself? Because these are the overly protective parents, and these kids grow up to be overly immature and dependent on parents. Number three is my kind of parents, the absolutely abusive parents who physically, mentally, emotionally, they just believe in abusing you, taking advantage of you, and sometimes even physically damaging you, and it affects all areas. And they feel a sense of power. They think the more you beat the child, the better the child becomes. Number four, again, my parents, manipulative types. They use their dialogues. I carried you 9 months in my womb. You know how much I sacrificed for you. All that I've done for you, and this is how you repay me. They always like to manipulate you to get things done. Or they will give you tears and they'll tell you, yeah, you never loved me and this and that. Okay. Number five is the neglectful parents, which is very common in India because they're busy with their work, they're busy earning money, they're busy working 2, 3 jobs, they're busy with their priorities, or even worse is they're busy with their friends, they're busy with their hobbies, they're busy playing cards, they're busy getting drunk. They just give birth for namesake. You don't know. You begin to ask, like, why the hell did you even give birth to a child? Number six is the narcissistic parents. Once again, my types. They will always try to give you these dialogues like, when I was your age, what I had to go through. I had to go to my college with slippers. I didn't even afford slippers. You have shoes. Oh, you became successful. How did you become? Because of me. Because of me. If I didn't spend the money, if I didn't say, where would you be? Then you know nothing. Don't talk. Don't talk. Okay. You have not seen the world. You have not seen life. You'll never succeed without my blessings. Oh, the karma will come and this and that. These narcissistic parents, they don't want you to be more successful than them. They don't want you to be more intelligent than them. They don't want you to have a better life than them. And without them, you can't do anything worthwhile. Number seven is this is classic Indian, the financial retirement plan parents. They consider you as like a Bitcoin or some kind of fixed deposit investment where after you complete your education, your college, and you start working, now you pay me back all that I've given you, all that I took care of you. Number eight is the overly nosy parents. Where are you going? Who are you meeting? Why are you meeting them? Then they will go to your room. They will check everything. They will want to read your diary. My parents, typical. They will want to spy on you. They'll check your phone. They will check the internet. They have to put their nose into every area of your life. Even if you go to the toilet, what are you doing inside? Why it's so long? Okay. The gaslighting parents. Gaslighting, for those of you who do not know, is a form of psychological manipulation in which the person tries to make another person doubt their own perceptions, their own memories, or even their own sanity. For example, if you tell them, Mom used to beat me very badly, used to give me bad words. What are you talking? What rubbish? I always did for your own good, and I never beat you the way you're talking. Oh, stop being overly sensitive. This is just you're overacting. And if you bring up the issues like I used to bring up with my parents, you used to beat me. Don't. If I didn't beat you, you wouldn't be who you are today. Oh, I only did it because I love you, and they blame their suffering. I could have had a better life, but I gave birth to you. I took care of you. I sacrificed my happiness. If you listened to me, this would have never happened. Gaslighting. Then number 10 is, once again, my parents had this. The favoritism parents, they will have, if they have a daughter first and then they have the boy, they will focus on the boy first. Or if they have two, three children, the favorite is the youngest or the one who kisses their ass and listens to them. They, are favorites with them. The ones who are a rebel, they don't give a damn. Then number 11 is the perfectionist parents. They have not achieved anything great. They maybe just got average marks, but you have to get perfect marks. You have to behave well. You have to dress well. You have to act well. It's like they don't want to accept you as you. They want a perfection of you. And even if you bring 99.99% in the exam, if only you had studied harder, you would have got 100%. Yeah, perfectionist. Then number 12, the guilt tripping parents. Um, anything that they are suffering is because of you. Anything that you enjoy, they want a share of it. Otherwise, it's like, why you're enjoying this life, why you're enjoying the because all the tears, the blood, sweat, and tears I gave, they will tell you their sob story, and you have to listen to their nonsense. Number 13 is the competitive parents. Everything is competition. Oh, that girl got more marks than you. Oh, he studied more than you. Or he is better than you. Everything is a competition. And studying in the exam, going to school, it's never enough. It's like, even if you bring a trophy, they'll be like, oh, you could have got that bigger trophy. Even if you bring marks, oh, but that boy who got better marks. Okay. Number 14 is the living through their children parents. Just because the father tried to become a doctor but did not become, you have to become a doctor. The father wanted to go in the Air Force and become a major but didn't become, you have to become. So they want you to live, they want you to live their dream, and then they'll feel a sense of accomplishment. Okay. So whatever they tell you to do is because that is what they want. The image obsessed parents, very common in India. You have to dress up well, you have to behave well, others you're insulting the parents. What will society say? Our image, what will people talk about us? It's nothing got to do with you being happy. Like, even if you like a girl, it has to be the parents, stock market has to be, the rates have to be high. Okay. The emotionally immature parents, they will impulsively act. They will shout at you, beat you, hit you, and then they'll blame you for them losing their cool. They'll blame you for them getting angry, them shouting, whatever. It's all your fault. It's not their fault. And the always right parents, well, they are never wrong. Whatever they say, they are always right. So you have to listen to them. After all, they are your parents. And I also researched the 17 types of parents, especially in the Indian context. Okay, I'll quickly go through them. When I take the title, you'll automatically know what I'm talking about. The What Will Society Say Indian Parents. The marriage is the ultimate goal, parents. You have been born to get married to the girl or to the guy that they want, and you need to have the kid for them. They want to be grandparents before they die, and they want to hold the grand. So you're just created to marry whomsoever they want. And oh, you become so old. When will you marry? What will society say? Then the gender biased parents who prefer the boys over the girls. Then number four is the comparison driven parents. They keep checking your marks. Your sense of worth is how many marks did you get higher than the others. Number five is the sacrifice for family parents. You have to sacrifice all your wants, desires, everything for the family and for the benefit of the family. Number six, the overly traditional parents. Even if you live in the 21st century, you have to dress, act, behave, pray, live the tradition of the parents. Number seven, the career dictators, very common in India. You have to either be a doctor or an engineer or, whatever the career path they choose for you. Number eight is the emotionally blackmailing parents. All the while, anything that you do, emotional blackmail, tears, and all that. The helicopter parents, they will monitor every decision of yours. Every friend of yours has to be under their approval. Every activity has to be their approval. They will even send spies to find out what you're doing in school, what you're doing outside. And even when you move into an adulthood, which girl are you meeting? And the girl has to be within their list of, goody stuff. Number 10 is we know better parents. Anything that you discuss with them, they know better. They're much more smarter. Their wisdom, because they lived a great life. Everything, yeah, and if you challenge them, don't dare question my authority. Number 11 is the community elder parents. They allow all your uncle, your aunt, your relatives, everyone to interfere in their decision. They'll ask their opinion, and it has to match everyone. They have this panchayat community kind of thing. Number 12 is the financially manipulative parents. Yes, you are being, whatever you earn, you have to give tax to the government, tax to the parents. And sometimes the whole salary has to be given to them. They will decide what you'll do with it. Number 13 is the overly religious parents. Very common. Come to the temple, come to the church, be with us, pray what we pray, to the gods we pray. And even you marry the girl based on the kundli, based on the lines, based on the stars. Then number 14 is always blame. They always have a blame game. Anything that goes wrong is because of you. Anything that goes right because of them. Number 15 is beta, we know everyone parents. Anything that you want to do in life, you have to go through the parents. They will speak to their contacts, their connections, their known people, and everything that is based on their approval. You cannot do anything independently. They will always make sure that they are a part in every decision that you do. Number 16 is preference for proximity. You cannot stay away from them. You have to stay with them, or they will stay with you. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you have to take your parents with them. And last if not least, generational debt. They just believe that your entire life is dedicated to taking care of them, looking after them, and making sure that until they die, you provide for them. And then you can do the same with your children. So these are the 17 categories of parents, and I give you the 17 categories where Indian parents are concerned. Now, how does it impact you? You know for a fact. You can check your own personality, you can check other people. So now that you know what are the different kind of parents, what is the overall conclusion of this? See, you cannot change your parents. You cannot change them no matter what you do. They have a set pattern, a behavior. Like you cannot change your behavior, your personality, likes and dislikes. If anyone comes, you'll be like, I'm sorry, this is me. Okay, I have my preference, likes, dislikes, do's and don'ts. I like these kind of girls. I like this kind of food. I like these kind of movies. You can't suddenly change it unless you want to. So parents, they are not only your age, they are double your age. It's impossible for them to change. So the only solution you have is you need to make sure that you get out of the house. You leave them as quickly as possible. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be, you start from zero. And obviously, when you start from zero, anything else, you'll have to suffer. Like you'll have to sleep, bed space, you'll have to eat simple food, you'll have to bring your expenses to zero. And many a times you'll have to go through so much of hardships, you'll wonder, you'll question yourself, am I doing the right thing? When I was staying with my parents, I had free electricity, free water, free internet, free good life. I didn't have to bother about anything. Whatever I was earning, I could keep for myself. Yes, there is a price to pay. You can't have the egg and eat it. So ask yourself what is important to you. But I can assure you this much, if you do choose to leave your parents, get away from the nest, go far away from them, and start your own new life in a new place, you will change, you will evolve, you will become a different human being. Yes, there will be mistakes. Yes, there will be a phase where you will take overly high amounts of advantage of your newfound freedom. And this goes on until you reach an equilibrium where you will definitely make mistakes. You'll definitely take advantage of girls, guys, smoking, drinking, drugs, weed, whatever. You'll do all the crap. You'll go through that phase because now you have found a newfound freedom. You'll bring girls to sleep at your apartment. You'll go there. You'll do all the garbage. But eventually, after a period of time, you'll discover who you really are. And it's better to live a life being true to yourself than to be under two individuals who will control them forever. Because otherwise, you're never going to grow up, man. And that is why today, so many of our Indians, uh, they lack the character of being alpha male. They are alpha male only when they hide behind a fake name, fake identity, fake whatever. Being anonymous, they will be very brave. Being with their friends, they'll be all very brave in a big gang. Being alone, they're cowards. That is why so many Westerners, why are they so independent? Why are they so gutsy, courageous? Why do they have much better survival skills? Because by the time they are, going to their college or they're 18, parents say, get out, do your own thing. And that's the only way you can grow. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree with me? But I can assure you this much. Me being a guy who, right from a very young age, from the age of 16, always wanted to get out of the house. I made all those mistakes, the ups and downs, but eventually I grew up to be a man. After many, many years of mistakes, many years. And there you'll finally get to choose your own friends, your own mentors, the people who would really connect with you. And at some point, you'll discover who you really are. And most probably, it'll be nothing like your parents. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And what do you think of my list? Did I miss out on anything? Feel free. Keep me updated. I definitely will read your comments. And if there are questions, I'll answer them. Good, bad, ugly. Let me know. You guys take care.